Oh, man. Oh, man. What did I just watch? This was an amazing pay-per-view, I gotta say. Every match I liked. Every match was good. I was on the edge of my seat for every match that I saw. I really love this pay-per-view. I think they did a good job with WWE Summerslam, and they had to, because they had to get people to resubscribe to the WWE Network. And I'm definitely going to resubscribe to the WWE Network. I still would have, but after what I just saw, how could you not? I'm happy. Awesome matches we got. We got an amazing pay-per-view. I thought this was a good show. I'm just speechless. Now, I know I'm recording this a little late. It's probably Monday by now because it's going to be midnight. But the one thing was the network was having some problems. And my live cut out doing the Brock Lesnar-John Cena match. So that's why I'm recording this video late. I actually had to go in the other room to watch the main event. But let's talk about the WWE SummerSlam. We get the kickoff. We got Renee Young, Booker T, Ric Flair, and Alex Riley on the panel, as always. And we got the first match between Rob Van Dam and Cesaro. Good match. For the kickoff, anyways. I thought this was a good kickoff match. Rob Van Dam did his Rolling Thunder on the outside to Cesaro. He actually ended up kicking him in the face before then. And then it was just great. Cesaro ended up dominating Van Dam throughout, a good portion of the match. He ended up giving him the gut wrench throw move. And then RVD started making comebacks. He did his flip. He did a high flying move outside the ring, his flip move. He did the Van Dam kick. And there were points in this match where on three occasions, RVD tried to go for the 5-star frog splash on Cesaro, but he just could not hit that move on him. He just couldn't. And Cesaro just kept countering him with uppercuts. And then eventually, when he dived on him, he caught him with an uppercut. And RVD didn't get it. And then Cesaro hit a boot on him. RVD kicked out of that. And then at one point, RVD slapped the crap out of the dog shit out of RVD. And then RVD ended up kicking him in the head. And then he hit the 5-star frog splash for the win on Cesaro. I thought this was a good match. Good stuff. I wanted Cesaro to win, but I don't really care. It was a good match. I do think his career still is kind of going down the shitter, but at least they let him wrestle in this match. And then I'm going to kind of talk about this. They had this guy throughout the night named Jake Tucker. He was like a mama's boy that they would use to promote the Tritos or something. I didn't really care for that. It wasn't really that good. That was probably the one thing I didn't care about. So let's get to the actual show. For the commentators, for both the kickoff and the actual show, we got JBL, Michael Cole, and Jerry the King Lawler. Hulk Hogan came out, talked about the WWE Network pretty much. Okay. Yeah, so he pretty much talked about the WWE Network. That's kind of what he did, so people can resubscribe to them. And then we got the first match. It was The Miz defending the Intercontinental Championship against Dolph Ziggler. The Miz talks about how great of a movie star he is, and he kind of just trashes all the movies that are currently out right now, and says that his movies are great because he's a big movie star. This match was good, though. Really good match. Miz dominated Ziggler throughout much of the match, but then Ziggler made a comeback, and he ended up hitting The Miz in the face, which was good. He actually sold it really well, and then he got kicked in the face, and Miz kicked out of it. And then The Miz tried to walk out of the match, but he failed, and then The Miz got Dolph Ziggler to the figure 4 leg lock, and Dolph Ziggler got the ropes. And Ziggler tried to go for the Famouser, and I think his leg gave out or something, I don't know. But Miz countered it into a skull-crushing finale, and Ziggler kicked out of it, which was good. And then Dolph Ziggler hit the zigzag on the Miz for the win, and we got a new Intercontinental Champion. And that's good to see. I'm glad Dolph Ziggler is starting to go back up in the ranks. instead of downhill. I think he was going downhill, but now he's gonna. Maybe they can use. Maybe they can restart Dolph Ziggler's push and have him have the Intercontinental Championship. So that's good to see. And then I think we got Brie Bella got interviewed. She talks about how the belt, unlike the McMahon family, they take stuff, once you go to Western, she's just going to take it as a sign or something. I forget what she said, really. And then we got AJ Lee defending the WWE Divas Championship against Paige. And in the beginning of the match, Paige tries to shake AJ Lee's hand, but AJ Lee ends up biting her and just starts attacking Paige. And she ended up ripping out her hair out, which was awesome. And then AJ Lee tried to do like a hurricanrana to Paige, but then Paige ended up throwing her face first into the barricade and just really started dominating AJ Lee. And then at one point in the match, when Paige was trying to superplex AJ Lee on the outside, AJ Lee stomped on both, fought out of it and stomped on both of Paige's hands, and she ended up falling off the turnbuckle. And then AJ Lee did a flying clothesline on the outside of the ring. And then AJ Lee got the Black Widow in, and then Paige countered it into like a DDT move. And she called it I forget what it's called. The Paige Destructor or something, I forget. And becomes the new Divas Champion, which was good. And then afterwards she hugs AJ Lee like she's a friend. I'm still not a fan of that angle, but I liked the match. It was really good. Amazing stuff. Next match, I think it was Swagger versus Rusev. Yes, it was. It was Rusev with Lana versus Jack Swagger with Zeb Coulter in a flag match. It wasn't exactly a flag match. If you won, you got to have your national anthem play. So I was kind of pissed it wasn't really a flag match, but the match was still good. Rusev tries to attack Swagger in the beginning of the match, but then Swagger fights him off and gets him in the ankle lock. But then when the match starts, Rusev sells the leg injury, and Swagger really works on it throughout the match. And then Rusev starts to work on Swagger's ribs. He ended up kicking Swagger in the face, and he tried to put him in the camel clutch, but his leg was too injured, so he had to put him in kind of have a half a camel clutch. But then Swagger fought out of it and got him in the ankle lock. And then Rusev fought out of that. And then Rusev hit like a big heel kick and got him in the camel clutch. And Swagger ended up passing out, so Rusev won. And then the national anthem got to play. I thought that was good stuff. Good stuff between Swagger and Rusev. It was so awesome. And then we got Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose in a lumberjack match. So we have all the lumberjacks out there. It's pretty much just everybody from the locker room. And this was another awesome match. It might be match of the night. I don't even know what my match of the night is. This was just amazing stuff. Seth Rollins keeps trying to escape, so the lumberjacks throw him in, and Ambrose is just fighting with him. He's just kind of beating the crap out of Seth Rollins. And then Seth Rollins ended up mic checking Dean Ambrose in the turnbuckle, and he ends up dominating Dean Ambrose for a bit, and then Dean Ambrose fights back. And it ends up superplexing Dean Ambrose ends up superplexing Seth Rollins outside the ring onto a bunch of lumberjacks. And then they just kind of started brawling, and the lumberjacks had to keep breaking it up, and they tried to break it up, but they really couldn't. Seth Rollins ended up going through the crowd, and Dean Ambrose suicide dives and takes out some lumberjacks, and Dean Ambrose runs across the announce table and takes out Seth Rollins, and they just stop brawling through the crowd, and the lumberjacks left watch, so Corporate Kane has to come out and tells the lumberjacks to go restore order. And when Seth Rollins went to do like a power driver to Dean Ambrose, lumberjacks started breaking it up, and some lumberjacks were placing Dean Ambrose in the ring, and Seth Rollins is just going to hightail it. He's going to leave. He ended up attacking Sin Cara so he could leave. And then when he tried to leave throughout the stage, we see Jimmy and Jay, the Usos, and a bunch of lumberjacks stop Seth Rollins, and a bunch of people carrying Seth Rollins and are going to put him back, and Dean Ambrose dives off the top rope onto everybody, and he puts Seth Rollins back in the ring and just starts going off on him. Dean Ambrose ended up hitting that clothesline move, and Seth Rollins ended up kicking out of it, and then Dean Ambrose hit the curb stomp, and he was about to win, and then Corporate Kane breaks it up, and Goldust comes in there and he's like, "What are you doing?" And then Kane attacks Goldust, and all the lumberjacks stop Rollins. And then Luke Harper and Eric Rowan, members of the Wyatt family, are the two left standing in the ring, and Dean Ambrose tosses them both out, and then Seth Rollins hits Dean Ambrose off the skull with a briefcase and gets the victory. I thought this was good. I think there is another reason for them to have a second match. Because Dean Ambrose could be like, "You cheated, I had you beat," and then you could have the second match. I thought this was good stuff though, because I really want to see a second match. I want to see them have a match with the briefcase on the line. But I think at Night of Champions, Dean Ambrose should win the second match, and then at Hell in a Cell, you do like a match with the briefcase on the line or something like that. It would be good. So then that's about it for that. And then the next match, I think it was Chris Jericho versus Bray Wyatt. I believe it was. Yes, it was. Good match. Bray Wyatt and Chris Jericho just stopped brawling. Chris Jericho, instead of doing like his typical... They did different stuff in this match, which I like. Instead of doing like his typical... when he goes off the second rope and while the other guys on the apron does the dropkick, instead he did a shoulder block. I'm not sure if that was supposed to happen, but it did. And Bray Wyatt starts to get in control, and he ends up giving Chris Jericho a knee while he was near the steps, and he ends up splashing Chris Jericho while his head's against the steel post.
Mine didn't. This is gonna go to the win, right?
I didn't get an answer. And then Bray Wyatt just really started dominating Chris Jericho. He does like that suplex move. He just kind of took it to Chris Jericho. Yeah. And he does the senton. Jericho kicks out of it, and then Chris Jericho starts to fight back when Bray Wyatt went for I think his Sister Abigail move. Jericho rolled him up, and Bray Wyatt kicked out of it, and Chris Jericho got him in the walls of Jericho. Bray Wyatt got the ropes, and then one point in the match, Jericho tries to go for his lion salts, and Bray Wyatt gets up and does the exorcism walk, and he's like, I can never die, Chris Jericho, or something like that. And Jericho hit him with the code breaker, and Bray Wyatt kicked out of it. And then Jericho goes to do a drop kick on the outside, and Bray Wyatt hits this sister. Well, he ends up clotheslining him with his the tape on his thumb, and then he hits the Sister Abigail into the barricade, and then he gets him back in the ring and hits it on him again and gets the victory. And afterwards, he says, now Chris Jericho knows what it means to follow the buzzers, and he starts singing he's got the whole world in his hands on. I thought this was good stuff. I would like to see another match between them for Night of Champions. Good stuff. And then I think we got Stephanie McMahon versus Brie Bella. Let's see if I got... yes, we did. This match was just average. I think this match was the worst match on the show. I was expecting it to be... Stephanie McMahon pulled off a DDT, though, which was good. But then throughout the match, as they're fighting, Triple H comes out and kind of distracts Brie Bella, and then Nikki Bella ends up coming out, and Brie Bella puts Stephanie McMahon in the S-lock, and then Triple H pulls the referee out before she taps, and Brie Bella takes out Triple H, which I was shocked about, and then the Bella twins are about to take out Stephanie McMahon, and then Nikki Bella, shoves Stephanie McMahon and cheap shots Brie Bella, and then Stephanie McMahon hits the pedigree for the win. So I have a feeling what's going to happen is the Authority paid Nikki Bella to do this, because she didn't look like she was happy to do this, and they're going to be she's going to be like her bitch, their bitch, they're going to be like that. It's going to be like that, because there's no way they're going to have Nikki Bella turn heel. It's just not going to happen. And it's going to lead to a match between the Bella twins, and then maybe I would like to see, if Bryan does come back while the storyline's going on, I would like to see a mixed tag team match between Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella versus Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. So I really like to see that. I was kind of wondering at the beginning why Triple H didn't come out ringside, and then I understood. I think they were thinking that Daniel Bryan was going to come out with Brie Bella, so they didn't want to get the fans' hopes up for it, because I actually was hoping that Daniel Bryan would come out, but it didn't happen. So that could be something like that. And then we got the next match, Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton. Another solid match. Randy Orton threw Roman Reigns into the steel steps and starts dominating Reigns. And then Roman Reigns makes his comeback. And then Randy Orton just starts going off on Reigns on the outside. He hits the back suplex on the announcer's table, throws him into the steps again. And then Roman Reigns, this was awesome. He does the Samoan drop off the turnbuckle. And then he covers him, but Randy Orton kicks out. And he hits the Superman punch on him. And then he goes for the spear, and Randy Orton counters into a scoop slam. And then hits a DDT on him, and Randy Orton's going to go for the RKO. Reigns counters and tries to go for the spear, but Orton catches him into an RKO, and Reigns kicks out. And then Roman Reigns ends up hitting the spear on Randy Orton and got the victory, which was awesome stuff. Roman Reigns, this is going to build Roman Reigns into a top guy, and I would like to see in the future a Roman Reigns Triple H match. And I would like to see actually a Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt match, because we've seen it before, but we haven't seen a winner yet. So I would like to see Roman Reigns just continue to beat top guys, even though Bray Wyatt technically isn't a top guy, but I would like to see him. And when Chris Jericho's done with this feud with Bray Wyatt, I would like to see Chris Jericho turn heel and feud with Roman Reigns. I think that would be good. And I would like to see the Seth Rollins-Roman Reigns feud down the road, after Seth Rollins is done feuding with Dean Ambrose. Now let's get to the main event, and I have a lot to talk about here. We have John Cena defending the WWE World Heavyweight Championship against Brock Lesnar. Holy fuck. I'm speechless here. This match was not at all what I was expecting it to be. John Cena and Lesnar just start kind of like having a street fight, like a UFC thing, and within like 30 seconds into the match, Brock Lesnar lays out John Cena with an F5, but Cena kicked out of it, of course. Now I was like, wow, that's fucking shocking, considering that it's John Cena. And then afterwards, Brock Lesnar destroyed John Cena. I think the commentators even said that John Cena got 16 German suplexes. 16. John Cena even ended up giving Brock Lesnar the FU, or the AA, but I'm going at the FU for this one. And when Lesnar kicked out of it, Cena was all hurt, and then Brock Lesnar sat up Undertaker style. And Lesnar just started pounding away on Cena. It was just fucking awesome shit. And then when Cena got the STFU win on Brock Lesnar, Lesnar countered and just started pounding away on Cena and hit the second F5 for the win and becomes the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. He fucking destroyed John Cena. Now, I've never said that before. It's weird to say that somebody destroyed John Cena. It was a destruction. John Cena got destroyed. I never thought I'd say that. After all the build in this match, I thought it was just going to be a back and forth match, but it wasn't. Brock Lesnar destroyed John Cena. How does that happen? Brock Lesnar destroyed John Cena. Brock Lesnar is the superstar of the year. He conquered The Undertaker's undefeated streak at WrestleMania 30. He is the one in 21-1. And now he destroys John Cena and becomes the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Awesome shit. I'm not mad about this at all. I thought this was awesome. That's my thoughts on SummerSlam. I really don't know what else to say about it. If I had to pick a match of the night, I'm going to have to pick Brock Lesnar, John Cena, because of what it meant that we got to see someone actually destroy John Cena. Like, John Cena really didn't do shit in that match. And we always talk about how John Cena, Super Cena. Tonight, Brock Lesnar was the kryptonite, if you could say. So I really like that. And I also like Dean Ambrose. I liked everything, pretty much. The only thing I didn't like was that Luke, whatever his name, the Mama's Boy guy. I don't really understand. I actually thought he was going to become a wrestler, but then I realized it was just a publicity stunt. We didn't really have to hear a lot of $9.99 a month, so it was good. I like SummerSlam. Now I'm looking forward to watching Watermall, what they're going to do with Brock Lesnar as the new champion, because there's no way that John Cena... I don't know, but that's really all I have to say. So what I want you guys to do is subscribe to this channel, Wrestling Fortune 44, and I'm going to be making some videos, a lot more. I haven't really been making money videos lately. And then I would like you to subscribe to the Owen the Talkinator, where every Monday you get a SpongeBob review, so you're going to get 2 tomorrow since I did miss last week. CM Brothers, where me and Adam make wrestling videos, non-wrestling, varies. We're probably gonna make a video this weekend. Let's see, you can subscribe to CM Live Reactions. I really don't make any videos on there because I lost interest in doing live reactions. Maybe I'll gain interest one day, but I'll keep the channel up so you guys can enjoy it. Add the Facebooks. I'm not really going to go into detail. You can add Owen Finch, Owen Pinch, Adam Finch, and Owen Pittledinch. Follow me on Twitter at Owen the Birdman. Add me on Xbox Live, WrestlingFan44, which I probably have to renew my subscription probably soon. Add me on Snapchat, Birdman105. Add me on Instagram. It's like a Finch Owen. And that's really about it. I'm going to just kind of sign off now. So that's all I have to say. Peace out.